Welcome to CabBuilder online training series. This video will cover the reports module and the documents generated within. The reports module is one of the first steps in turning a design into manufactured cabinets, giving you and other related parties pertinent reports about the job and what is needed to turn it into reality. The left side of the screen shows the available report settings, each corresponding to a document format. Clicking on a report will make the document active in the middle of the screen, and its settings controllable in the right-hand column. You can use these settings to format the document's page sizes and margins, and also include or exclude information for some of these report types. These documents are organized by the type of information that they show, the first one of which is the cabinet list. Cabinet list will give you a BOM-like breakdown of the design, showing an entry for every cabinet catalog item that you have brought into the design. The document shows general information about these items, like the attached description, quantities, sizes, hinge positions, and used pricing value. Settings allows you to include or exclude some of these columns, as well as sorting the table by SKU, quantity, or pricing in either ascending or descending order. The next report is called Cabinet Cut List, and it shows all the parts needed to assemble the cabinets, with the exception of the attached drawer boxes. You can have the full list of these parts, or filter out specifically face frame pieces, case parts, or bandings. Organize the document by either materials and then cabinet by cabinet, and sort it with either width or length first, then width second. The assembly report dedicates a page to each cabinet, giving you the overall size of the cabinet, a description of its case parts, and the cabinet cut list needed to assemble it. And this applies both to cabinets and end panels found in the design. The door list shows a list of all the sizes of the doors and drawer fronts used in the design. You may show the full list, or filter out just the doors, just the drawers or false fronts, or just the applied doors. The document may group the items cabinet by cabinet, or by door size, and sort it width first, length second, or the opposite. The drawer box list takes the purpose of the cabinet list and applies it specifically to the drawer boxes, giving you an entry for every drawer box found in the design. You can show the whole list, or filter out the drawer boxes or just the rollout shelves. Group it in the cabinet by cabinet category or by the size of the drawer boxes, and sort it by the 3 dimensions in either ascending or descending order. The drawer box cut list takes these drawer boxes and splits them into the individual pieces required for assembly. Filter the list and sort it in the same way as the drawer box list report. The drawer box summary list is the assembly report applied to the drawer boxes. Every drawer box is taken apart into the cut list needed for that construction. Filter by the drawer box types and group entries by either the construction sizes or by cabinet. Sort by name or dimensions. The material report gives you a breakdown of all the materials needed for the active design, from the hardwoods and panel stock all the way to the hardware and moldings. Any material used from materials list will show up in this report. Wood products like board stock, panel stock, and bandings have an estimated waste percentage in their material type settings that take the total used figure and estimates the total plus waste generated when cutting apart from that material. The cost is then calculated by the total plus waste value times the price per unit set in the common properties of the given material. An additional waste percentage can be specified for a further conservative estimate of the wood required. Group this report by the cabinet or by material category, or without any grouping for the simplest list. You can enable or disable part-by-part material report, which will show you further details of each piece and the material that it takes. The cabinet pricing report takes every cabinet in the design and breaks down how CabBuilder arrived at the calculated cabinet price. Every table record is accounted for each item, showing the individual values contributed. You may further show details for each of those specific calculations. If you have included the material cost as one of the records, you may break down the calculation down part by part as well. The material catalog list takes all the materials from the materials and warehouse module and lists their parameters in a table. This serves as a useful reference guide for materials and their properties in places within the shop that may not have access to CabBuilder on that spot. Group this table by material type or by the created groups. The final report in the list is called the customer report. This document is where all the pricing and accounting is brought together to form the final quote. The pages after the first are dedicated to specific catalog by catalog breakdowns, showing the global options chosen, a bill of materials like tables where all of the items are brought into the design are shown here, and a job total table, where the total price is used to calculate additional charges and the final quote. This continues for every catalog used in the design. The first page brings it all together under a single table by adding the subtotal prices, along with the summary of the project details found under the customer report. The charges and modifiers associated with each catalog's pricing come from the catalog's report settings. Access these settings within the Catalogs module to set their default values. The Report Setup button found in the Reports module has quick access to the 3 design info menus, as well as the catalog's report settings. Select the subject catalog from the drop-down list and add applicable charges like sales tax, tariff charges, design charges, shipping, installation, and one of the total price modifiers, either a discount, a multiplier, or a profit margin-like approach using the cost multiplier and desired markup. You may also include or exclude catalogs from the report, show further item details, and enable or disable showing additional charges brought from the chosen global options. Let's set this report's sales tax to 5%. The design charge will be set at an upcharge of 10% of the total price. The shipping charge will be a flat rate of $500. Installation can be a flat rate per cabinet item found in the design, or as a percentage of the total price. In this case, we will set it at $150 per cabinet, and also enable sales tax for the previous charges. A discount of 30% will be applied to the total price. We will also disable the second catalog from this report. Regenerating the report takes the original total price of $13,500 and outputs the discounted price of $9,500. The additional charges are also calculated, with the sales tax entry being the total of all applicable sales tax charges. You may also want to regularly have certain documents use more than one set of settings or formats. Instead of switching report parameters back and forth for every design, you can set up new document settings and simply print them out as needed. Do this by going to the bottom left of the screen and clicking Create Report Settings. Then select the type of report from the drop-down list and name the new report. Clicking Create will then show the new report available in the left-hand column. You may alternatively copy or delete these settings by using the other 2 buttons found at the bottom left of the screen. The Reports module gives you automatically generated documents, useful for many stages of the manufacturing process. It works hand in hand with the Drawing module, covered in the next video, to provide you with the documentation you need to estimate, cut, and assemble your design.